What the fuck is this game coming to? Alright guys, Epic fucking Slayers here, and hope you're all doing well. In this video, I'm going to be showing you my Strikers build. Now, if you're not using a shotgun with a Strikers build that you're currently using, then in this video, I'm going to tell you why you should be. If you do enjoy this video, then it'd be much appreciated if you drop a like, and I think let's try and do 150 likes. That would be absolutely amazing. We did it before, we can definitely do it again. If you are new to my channel and enjoy this content and enjoy this build, then please subscribe for more content, and let's get into it. So here we are, here is my Strikers set that I'm currently running in Last Stand and PVE. As you probably know, Strikers is the best with PVE by far, and it's because of the 4-piece talent on this, which reads, if you didn't know, every consecutive hit deals 1% more damage, stacks up to 100%. Missing shots drops bonus by 2%, bonus is reduced by 1% every second. So as you can imagine, when you're killing NPCs, it's pretty easy to hit. You're stacking up that sort of additional damage, and yeah, by far the best PvE gear set. Now for PvP, again, this is a very strong gear set, but it does rely on you getting over, say, 16% stacks or 16 stacks consistently to compete with like the high-end build, for example. Now it's not as good as a high-end build for sort of burst DPS because you get the 16% from MC Skull Gloves on a high-end build straight away, whereas with this you have to build it up. So for burst DPS it's not quite as good, but for sustained DPS and overall DPS, this is actually a stronger set. And someone keeps adding me as a friend and fist bumping and all that shit, so I apologise about that, and I'll probably speak to them afterwards. So quickly moving on to the Strikers harness here. As you can see, I'm rolling enemy armor damage, health, and ammo capacity. I've gone for enemy armor damage on this because I can't think of anything else that would fit its place, especially seeing as I use this for both PvE and PvP. Maybe exotic damage resilience potentially, but for me, I've gone for a more DPS sort of focused set, so enemy armor damage is more important. Now moving on to the mask, enemy armor damage, firearms, and disorient resistance. Again, I could have rolled critical hit chance, but as I'm using a shotgun in PvP, for example, then I'm not really speccing into crit, so I didn't feel that crit hit chance was needed. And again, I am using an SMG, so enough crits on that already. Enemy armor damage for me is more important. Onto the knee pads, health, firearms, bleed resistance, damage to elites, and disrupt resistance. Of course, for PvE, these are very good because they got your best in stat roll of health. They got damage to elites, which is very good in the roll into firearms. Not quite as good for PvP, but they're still viable and they're definitely worth having. Moving on to the tactical pack, running specialized as always, health, your standard stuff, burn resistance. So yeah, just move on from that one. And moving on to the gloves, we have Savage Gloves rolled into stamina. It's got shotgun damage, critical hit chance, and again, enemy armor damage. I'm kind of trying to get enemy armor damage where I can. For me, critical hit damage isn't that important here because I'm not speccing into crit. As I said, shotgun damage is quite important for PvP. And they're alright, I suppose they do the job. And lastly, the Strikers holster. As you can see, the rolls on here pretty standard, and then health is best in slot. So this is my gear set that I'm currently running in PvP. Again, if you are going to run this set, then you do need to get that 4-piece to proc often, otherwise you are going to be getting outslayed by people running, say, for example, Deadeye or high-end builds. So if you can get over that 16% consistently, and then definitely do it. And the way that I've been doing it is either using a shotgun. You could use something like the custom M870 that I'm using, although not quite as good as something like the Super 90, which would be much better. Or the Showstopper. If your aim is that good, use the Showstopper, because if you can land all those bullets, then you're going to have those like 40 stacks, and then if you swap to your SMG or whatever gun you're using, the damage output will be higher than anything in the game, I can promise you that. So for me, I'm using the M870 because I just like the amount of damage it does initially. It's got destructive, responsive, and unforgiven, so it's a pretty good set. Again, enemy armor damage with destructive is very good for PvE as well, this, so really, really good. But I have been using this Super 90 a lot. And the reason why is because the RPM is double, but the base damage is only a little bit less. So deadly, responsive, and competent. It's a very good shotgun. But I just love using this M870 because a lot of time I use it to finish people off, and it's like a sniper, but up close. So it's really, really cool for that. And for my SMG, as you can see, I'm using the MP5 ST, which I've shown you in loads of videos. Obviously, the second talent, the requirements are not met, but once I'm in Last Stand, then they are. And again, for PvE, I wouldn't be using this. I'd be using something like an ACR or something else, something different, maybe a Pecan, or I'm not sure. We'll get into that another time. But for me, this is a really good PvP set. It's not the best PvP set. Deadeye and High End are better, but I certainly think it's not far behind. I would say it's probably with the defense set, although for me the defense set I prefer. But it's pretty good, it's good fun to have. And if you're rolling with a shotgun on it, due to the stagger still being in the game, if you're getting those stacks and you are going to drop people quickly. So for PC, this would be much better than it would be on console. for me, for example. But yeah, there you go. I hope you did enjoy this one. I will leave some clips at the end just showing this build in action, so I do hope you enjoy those. If you do, then drop a like, as I said. Subscribe if you're new. It'd be much appreciated. I do want to just apologise that I haven't uploaded recently, but I have bought Mass Effect Andromeda recently. Completed it, sent it back, did a review. It's fucking shit. I don't recommend anyone get it. And Destiny, the new Age of Triumph, is just released, so I've been playing a little bit of that. If you do want to see some Destiny on my channel, then let me know, because I would happily do it, because I do love the game. And what with the Division kind of drying up a little bit, although I'll still be able to do content, I am going to be looking for other directions. So let me know. Hope you did enjoy it again, and thanks for watching. Peace.
Bravo's neutral. Hostiles have point multiplier online. We've got all objectives under control.
Tactical boosts are available in 1 minute.
Charlie is neutral. Your spawn relay has been disabled.